Here you can see the girls are fetching water in the hills. This is East Timor, the first country to gain independence in the 21st century. They need to fetch water for their families every day because there is no well or water pump here. Seeing this, what was your first reaction? An NGO worker might ask these questions. How is education supported in the area? Do the girls also need to collect wood for cooking? How are children's rights protected? What is the child mortality rate in the region? What would you do if you were faced with questions like these? One way for you to be part of the solution is to get involved in the work of NGOs. An NGO is a private organization whose primary purpose is not to seek profit, but to contribute to international cooperation. Each NGO has its own mission and objective and engages in activities based on specialized skills. Today, a number of NGOs are working with people in developing countries to solve the problems they face and to help them achieve self-sufficiency. We will introduce the main 8 areas of NGOs' work in international cooperation to illustrate the diverse range of their activities. The literacy rate measures the ratio of people with the ability to read and write within a population. In many developing countries, this rate is low, which shows that access to education is limited. In poor communities, children often work instead of going to school in order to support their family. In some cases, school facilities simply don't exist, even if the parents want to send their children to school. NGOs' work in education also includes training teachers and teaching adults who have not received formal education. Through these efforts, NGOs seek to empower the impoverished to overcome their situation. The majority of people in developing countries make their living through agriculture. Their lives, therefore, are greatly influenced by fluctuations in harvest levels. To stabilize harvest, many use chemical fertilizers and pesticides without properly understanding the long-term health and environmental impact of relying on chemical-based farming. NGOs assisting rural farming communities therefore focus on local capacity building and developing farming methods appropriate to each region. Would you choose to drink clean water or contaminated water? Regardless of who you ask, the answer is the same. The problem is that in the developing countries, many people do not have a choice. Many children die due to malnutrition or from drinking contaminated water. There are preventable causes, but they die because hospitals don't have enough doctors, and doctors don't have enough medicine to treat everyone. Ensuring sanitary and safe living conditions, improving access to medical services, equipping people with proper knowledge of treatment and prevention, and preventing discrimination against those with HIV/AIDS. These are all important areas that NGOs can contribute to. Desertification refers to the degradation of dryland ecosystems, rendering the land infertile. Due to export demand and local livelihood needs for forest resources, deforestation, a leading cause of desertification, is a serious problem in many developing countries and is making communities more prone to droughts and floods. To help address these challenges, NGOs work to promote environmental education and local conservation efforts. A unique aspect of NGOs' environmental work is utilizing local people's traditional knowledge to develop community-focused solutions. People become refugees when they are forced to flee their home countries due to disasters or conflict. You may not know that Japan hosts a number of refugees. As well as protecting their rights, it is important to assist them in adapting to their new environment. Many of us in Japan, after the recent disasters that forced people to leave their homes, can now better relate to the situations of the refugees abroad. NGOs, with their specialized skills, can not only support those who have become refugees, but also contribute to building peace to prevent more people from becoming refugees. In many developing countries, girls don't have the same access to education as boys, which leads to fewer women having job opportunities. Discrimination against women has persisted in many areas of our lives, from political participation to legal protection, and have faced unfair treatment, including violence. To assist women's independence and to help better their lives, NGOs provide various opportunities, such as vocational training and courses on health and sanitation. In Japan, it is illegal to employ children under the age of 13. However, many developing countries lack such legal protection. Many children, for instance, work as house servants far away from home in order to support their families. Some are forced to work under severe conditions that lead to physical and mental illness. To protect these children, advocacy on child rights and building an enduring community is key to changing the situation. NGOs are supporting these children in order to put smiles back onto their faces. Advocacy means representing the voices of those who suffer from such social ills as poverty and discrimination, and calling for policy change and promoting awareness both in developed and developing countries. In Japan, advocacy has yet proved to be effective. Instead of pointing fingers, NGOs need to advocate for change by providing ideas and solutions. NGOs connecting with each other and building a collaboration network can also be key to solving global issues. NGOs' activities are not limited to what they do in developing countries. Since the 1995 Hanshin-Awaji Great Earthquake, NGOs' roles within Japan have received renewed recognition. Many NGOs contributed to relief efforts after the 2011 Great East Japan Earthquake. NGOs make a difference by working with and supporting those facing unfortunate circumstances. Utilizing their expertise, these NGOs provide essential support for disaster survivors in Japan. There are many ways to make NGOs' activities part of your life and to be part of solving problems. Learn about what is happening in developing countries and how it is connected to your life. Access information provided by NGOs through many channels, including fun public events. Support NGOs. Making a donation is a simple and effective way to contribute to international cooperation. As consumers, you can also contribute by choosing fair trade products and supporting responsible producers. Be part of NGOs' activities. As volunteers or interns, you can gain first-hand experience of working with NGOs. Study tours and seminars also offer an opportunity for you to learn more about issues and ongoing projects in developing countries. By being part of NGOs' work in international cooperation, you can be part of building a better future together. We hope you'll join us.